Alright, hello and welcome back to the channel for yet another video. As you can see in today's video, we've got nothing but Chevy pickup trucks to go over. We've got stuff from the 60s, 70s, and 80s as well. As you can see over here, starting off, we've got a 1986 Chevy K20 stunt double from Greenlight. This is very similar to the Fall Guy truck. There's a bit of information on that whole thing on the back there, so we will talk a little bit about that. We've got another 86 Chevy Silverado, another Greenlight from the Square Body USA series. We've got an M2. It's been a little while since we've seen an M2 on the channel, but this thing is absolutely gorgeous. So there is a 76 GMC Sierra Classic, the Desert Fox edition, I guess. It says down there Desert Fox. Really cool looking truck though. I love this roll bar in the bed. And we've got some stuff from AutoWorld as well. So we've got a 76 Chevy Scottsdale Fleet side. Really cool paint job on that one. We've got another B&B FarmToys.net exclusive. It's a 73 Chevy Cheyenne K10 Fleet side, and this one is lifted. And lastly, over here, we've got 6 today, a 69 Chevy C30 dually wrecker, and this is a hobby exclusive from Greenlight. So this is the only one in today's video that is not technically a square body. This is a second generation Chevy pickup truck. If you want to get technical, the second or third generation Chevy trucks are technically the square body, third and fourth generation, 70s and 80s. Is what I'm trying to say there. So, without wasting any time, let's get the lift set up for our first Chevy pickup truck. And get this 86 Chevy K20 stunt double out of the box and talk a little bit about what exactly this truck is. So here is our 1980. Whoa, get back here. Easy. Put it in park. So here's our 86 Chevy K20. Now this is the stunt double edition. And so what they're talking about with the stunt double edition, we'll get talking about this real quick. Here we go. So this is our own take on the legendary television jump truck featured in the series The Fall Guy. So if you know what that is, there's a Chevy K20 that looks quite a bit like that, but it does have a little something painted on the hood. I've never seen the show, but you know, I've heard of it. This is not a replica of the original Chevy. It is a stunt double, an updated version of the pictured vehicle designed to take hard hits and keep going, just like any stunt man. This build is designed to encourage all levels of builders out there to make their own stunt double. We picked a long bed Chevy. Other builders may choose to go with a Ford, a Toyota, a Ram. Whatever your vehicle, it's all in the spirit of the build. And there are some pictures of what they started off with. Come on. Hello. There we go. What they started off with, there's a guy working on it there. And that is a picture of the actual truck. So thank goodness they didn't put those wheels on this truck. They actually put something a little nicer on there. Yeah, those wheels don't look too bad. But this is an 86 Chevy K20. Really nice paint job. I like the brown and gold a lot. We got a nice big fingerprint on the... Is that inside the windshield? Hang on. Yep, classic Greenlight. Nice big fingerprint right inside the windshield there. Nice one, guys. Love it. Anyway, still a sharp looking truck. There is a little bit of a paint blemish. If you'll notice, it looks like they might have bumped it with the brown, or there's a red trim line that goes around this gold, and it seems to have bled over a little bit into the gold there. But quite alright. Minor flaw. I do love this bed roll cage a lot as well, although I wish the lights were maybe detailed in, but either way. Really good looking truck. The one thing I am noticing about this Greenlight lifted truck as opposed to, per se, an AutoWorld truck, is the stance of the axles. So at the Greenlight you can see, although that tire does look a little wonky, the width of the axles actually gives it a bit of poke outside of the fender, whereas the AutoWorld, the tires look a bit sucked in. So I do like that they took the time to put a little bit wider axles on this truck and create a wider stance for it. Fully custom paint job. We don't have any Chevy badging on the back, no license plate or anything like that on there either. I don't think we have any kind of markings on here. It's just straight D-badge, but it is a Chevy K20, so I can tell you that under the hood there should either be a 350 small block or a 454 big block with a TH400 automatic transmission on the back of it, or a, oh god, what was the manual? I forget what the manual transmission in these were, but it was a four-speed manual, so I don't think I can really see much in the interior of this guy. Yeah. It's got the windows closed, so you can't see too much in there, but still, very good looking truck. I like the little push bar on the front too. I don't think this casting has an opening hood either. I can check for you real quick, but I think, yeah, it is just a, it looks like the hood should open, but it is actually just a separate piece that is glued in place, just to add a little bit of extra detail, if not an opening hood, to have a separate piece. Just like with the beds, how the bed and cab are separate pieces. So, very cool truck. Very excited to be adding another lifted square body to the collection. We do have quite a few to go through today. So we will get this guy parked up into the parking garage. First we'll take a look underneath, because I actually did want to show you. Greenlight always has the year, make, and model listed. It's pretty interesting what they have done to create a lift kit for this. It's I think I've shown you this a few times before, but it is actual separate axle pieces that are glued or somehow fastened to the base to create an actual lift kit for it, instead of the axle being inside of here. They put this extra plastic bracket on, which is, I think, part of the reason why the axles look so bent on this thing, is because those plastic pieces aren't perfectly straight. But quite alright, it just has to sit and look pretty, like all of my cars do. So, next we will get our other 86 Chevy Silverado out of the box. Now this is, for a quick comparison's sake, long bed versus short bed. Oop, it's off camera. Ah. Here, let me get it out of the box for you guys, and then we'll talk about the difference in bed lengths. So here is our 86 Chevy K20 short bed, and we will bring in our, without knocking it over, long bed for comparison. So there you go. That is the difference in bed lengths there between these two trucks. Now, I also believe that this white one is, I'm trying to look really closely here. So I think this white one is a K10 as opposed to the brown one, which is a K20. So under the hood of this guy, you would find either a 305 or a 350, or maybe, probably not though, because it is a Silverado, which is the higher trim level, so probably a 350. But the lower trim levels would have something such as a 305 or even a 4.3 liter V6. And as you can see, of course, we do have our Silverado badge right here on the fender. Nice chrome trim detail down the side of the truck, right over the gas cap. Although the gas cap isn't chrome itself, which is nice to see. BF Goodrich tires on there. They're absolutely massive. They look huge on this truck. That's awesome. They almost, like, scale-wise, they look like they'd be almost like 40s or something. They look huge. Nice big square body decal in the back window there. USA license plate. There's a Greenlight with a license plate for you. Our nice little Chevrolet emblem on the tailgate there. Very, very sharp looking truck. This is another one that might be a new favorite. I certainly love my square bodies. There's another badge there on the back window. I believe that's a Chevrolet badge, although I could be mistaken. Always wanted a square body like this, this generation Chevy truck. I've had several of the body style after this. I've had 3 of them, but I've always wanted one that was this body style. They're just so good looking. So we'll take a look at the card real quick. There's not too much to... Ooh, easy. Hang on, buddy. Let's get this turned here. Not too much to see, although it is a very cool card artwork. That's really nice. No facts or anything, and then on the back here it just says USA Square Body USA, childrenstoycloset.com. I wonder if this is like an exclusive or something, because I did get this from the hobby shop, and that guy pretty much orders everything he can get his hands on. That's why we like going there so much. So there is our 86 Chevy Silverado K10. I think it's a K10. Very good looking truck. Take a quick peek underneath. It doesn't say underneath whether it's a K10 or K20. It simply says 86 Chevrolet Silverado. So, but I think that badge on the fender there says 10 on it. So we will get this guy parked up into the parking garage, and we will move on to our, let's get this M2 out of the box and disassembled. I really want to take a look at this thing. This is such a cool paint job on there. Alright, so here is our 76 GMC Sierra Classic 15. So that's a Sierra, it's a 1500. So that would be a 350 or a 305 under the hood there, but probably a 350 considering that this is a higher trim level. This is the Desert Fox. Now, I don't know as much as I probably should about the Desert Fox considering my overall interest in off-road stuff, but I do know that this was kind of an off-road package offered by dealerships. You got the roll bar in the bed, a little lift kit, some bigger, beefier tires, really cool paint job that it came with, just super duper 70s. A lot of awesome detail on this guy. As you know, sometimes I complain about the M2s, but sometimes they really smack them out of the park, and this one is no exception. We've got a license plate back there. Well, it says 1976 where the license plate should be, but you get the idea. Nice GMC logo on the tailgate there. We do not have an opening tailgate, but that's quite all right. Again, another one with a nice little roll bar in the bed. Looks really cool. Got the step side bed. We have seen step sides a few times on this channel before. We've got the green one from a few videos ago, as well as the red 86 that we enjoyed so much. But yeah, this is a very good looking truck. Really like it a lot. A lot of nice detail in the interior. One thing I do want to point out is the amount of detail that M2 put into the bottom of this casting. So if we take a look underneath, we do have actual leaf springs. If I can get a good view of that. Come in a little closer and stay focused. We've got drive shafts going to our axles with real leaf springs that I think do have the slightest bit of almost give to them to create kind of a suspension for this guy. So that is really cool to see. I like that a lot about this little guy. Goodyear Wrangler tires on there. I think those are Goodyear Wranglers, aren't they? Yeah, Goodyear Wranglers. Very cool truck. Very cool paint job. I enjoy it a lot. And with M2, as you'd expect, it's very papery card, but it is really cool looking. It matches the truck great. It's the Sierra Classic, and then down here we do have the Desert Fox logo. Nothing really to read on the back other than GMC pickups, Desert Fox, Sierra Classic 15, to confirm that that is in fact a 1500 truck. Yeah, very nice. I like this push bar up in the front a lot as well. We can see our GMC logo right behind there. And of course, being that this is a 70s model, I don't know if you can see them too well, but it does have round headlights. So, very cool truck. Our only step side for this video. So, we will get him parked up into the parking garage and move on to our next 70s model from AutoWorld. This is the 76, another 76, Chevy Scottsdale C10 Fleet side. So this is a Scottsdale. So this is a bit of a lower trim level. We'll get that guy popped open. So here is our 76 Chevy Scottsdale C10 Fleet side. There we go. I want to make sure I said that all right. Under the hood, we do have what appears to be an 8-cylinder. So I'm going to go ahead and guess that that is either a 305 or maybe a 350 if it's optioned up. You know, you could always get the lower trim level and ask them to put the big boy engine in. We've got a front license plate on here, so we'll take a look at that real quick. It does say Olympic. Not sure what that means, but cool that it says it, I guess. I really love the paint job on this truck. This red and white with the kind of red hood and stripe down the side with the red interior, white steel rim, or chrome steel rims with the white paint job absolutely ties this thing together awesomely. It looks really good. As always with the AutoWorlds, we do have an opening tailgate on this guy, so we'll pop that open so you can take a look at that. And then the Chevrolet badge, or not badge, but lettering across the tailgate in red stands out very nice. There's our license plate again, does say Olympic on front and rear. Yeah, I absolutely love this paint job on this thing. It is so sharp looking. Very sporty. Now this is, like the box says, this is a C10, so this is 2-wheel drive, not 4-wheel drive, like a K10. In the front here we do have the round headlights like we talked about, being a 70s model. This tailgate is having some problems staying closed there. Really good looking truck. I absolutely love this. I don't know, what do you guys prefer? Do you think the 80s model with the square headlights, or do you think the 70s model with the round headlights? What do you guys like better? Leave a comment, let me know. Tell me what you think. Very good looking trucks. We'll take a quick look at our card here. As always with AutoWorld, they're very excited to tell us that it is true 1/64 scale. And it says available in only, that's an explanation. Available only in Canada was the Olympic edition 1976 Chevy Scottsdale to commemorate the Montreal Olympics held the same year. That just made this thing like 10 times cooler. This is a special Olympic edition paint job. The 1976 GMC Sierra Grande also had an Olympic edition where only 630 total units were made. It's unclear how many Chevy versions were produced. So, okay, that is what that little, that's the Olympics logo right there. I wasn't sure what that was. I thought it was just like a pinstriping, but now that they mention that, so you can see right here, I guess that's the old Olympics emblem from the 70s, but this is an Olympic edition. That's super cool. That explains the really cool paint job, I guess. And I guess, so it came from the, I guess, factory, or I guess it would be a dealership option, because you could only get it in Canada. I don't know. I guess maybe I'll look into that a little more. That's really cool, though. And it's a really good-looking paint job. Awesome truck. So we will get that one parked up in the parking garage as well. And keep moving right along. We've got another 73 Chevy Cheyenne K10 Fleet side. Another lifted one. So we will get this guy out of the box. So here is our 73 Chevy K10 with a nice little lift kit on it, some BF Goodrich tires. We do have the hood open, although it's a little tough to see what's going on in there. This hood does not exactly want to open all the way, so I'm not going to push my luck, but it's a K10, so probably a 350. This is a Cheyenne, so we just saw a Scottsdale and a Cheyenne, as well as a Silverado today, so we're covering all the different trim packages. This is a 73, very similar. We've seen a 78 before. This was a, what was this? This was a Silverado, so we have a Cheyenne and a Silverado now, 78 and 73. Very similar paint jobs, however you do have a different color roof on this one. Tailgate is opened. Yeah, the black and gold looks really, really good. Nice color combination for this truck. Do have, what does our license plate back there say? Okay, so that one says B&B Toys. This is another B&B Farm Toys, bnb.net exclusive. We have seen a few of those before. Again, though, I found it at the hobby shop, so, sorry. So, like I said, the guy orders just about everything there is to order. Very nice looking truck. We do have bucket seats in this guy as opposed to what you'd expect to see, bench seats, but there are bucket seats in this truck as well as a shifter on the floor, so I imagine this is a, actually no, before I misspeak, the old Chevrolets, square bodies and things, had a 4x4 shifter that was long enough to not even have to reach for the floor, so that very well could be the 4x4 shifter. If this was a manual transmission, I'd expect to see 2 sticks down there. So, although I don't see a column shifter on it, maybe that's just not, we're looking for too much detail. But either way, really, really nice looking truck. Front end looks absolutely gorgeous. So here's a quick comparison of the front ends of a 73 and a 78. 78 on the left, 73 on the right. What do you guys like better? I don't know. It's a tough one. They both look really good, but that is a quick comparison there. Yeah, really sharp looking truck. So we do have, because this is an AutoWorld, we have some premium facts to check out on here. It says the 1973 Chevy trucks had a cleaner, more distinct look. A large new grille and a wide stance gave them purposeful appearance befitting their capability. So I imagine that means 73 was the first year of the square body, as opposed to the second generation. The 73 Chevy trucks offered roomier cabs with increased leg, hip, head, and shoulder room compared to the previous year. So they made them big enough for people to fit in. Very cool. And here is a little bit of information on bnbfarmtoys.net. So I'm focusing on that. If you want to just rip through that, give the video a pause and read that stuff, you can go ahead and read that. We will get that card tucked away in the drawer, and this guy, although did we take a look underneath? Here's underneath. With AutoWorld, always a lot more detail under there. We do have four-wheel drive, so there's a drive shaft there, as opposed to the C10, which does have a front drive shaft for some reason. Interesting. This is supposed to be a C10. That's not supposed to have a front drive shaft or differential. Okay, that's a little strange. But no worries, never going to be on its roof, is it? So we'll get this guy parked up into the parking garage and get ready for our last truck of the video. The 1969 Chevy C30 Dually Wrecker, and this is another hobby exclusive from Greenlight. So let's get this guy cracked open. Another tow truck. This is tow truck number 2 for this channel. All right, here we go. Here is our 1969 Chevy C30 tow truck with the golf gas station themed paint job. Couldn't get my words out there. Really great looking truck. It's got a big giant push bar for pushing junk cars around, so you can't really get a good look at the front end of this thing, but it should look a little bit like this, kind of like that. That's not a perfect representation, but either way, you get the idea. Very sharp looking truck. There's a nice big Chevy emblem right in the front there. That looks great. This is our second Chevy tow truck on the channel, because a Ford tow truck would just be kind of pointless, wouldn't it? However, this one does not have a hook like the previous one we saw. If we pull that down, that is our Chevron 87 square body. I think this was an 87, right? 83, excuse me. But this one did have the hook so that you could hook it to other cars, whereas this one, everything does seem to be kind of folded up. And it has the little strap thing as opposed to a hook. But still, very, very sharp looking truck. I do love the Gulf paint job very much. Being that this is a C30, I'd have to imagine this is probably a 402 big block. I'm pretty sure that's what the one-ton Chevys had in them back in the late 60s. Gosh, we were having some trouble focusing here, aren't we? And on the side there, we've got welding, tires, collision, some of the many things they do at this shop. Very, very nice looking truck. I really love that Golf paint job a lot. The blue and yellow, or blue and orange, looks absolutely awesome. Lot of great detail on here, down to all the lights in the back and everything. The cables on here, got some stuff on me. Cables on here are kind of flexible, and the booms are kind of flexible too. But they're all made out of kind of that same plasticky rubber that the last one was. Got some pretty basic white wheels on there. Basic interior, black bench seat, nothing crazy. That's that tiny cab they're talking about. There's your big ugly gas cap. Can't go without it. Big chrome. Make sure you never forget where it is. Yeah, very nice looking truck. So we'll take a quick peek underneath. It does have 1969 Chevrolet C30 tow truck from Greenlight. Yeah, I really like the tow trucks a lot. I'm starting, they're growing on me a little bit. I think the older classic tow trucks with gas station paint jobs and liveries or liveries, whatever you want to call them, I think those really those work well for me. I do like them a lot. So maybe we'll see a couple more if I can find some really nice classic Chevy tow trucks, maybe some Dodges. Like I said, Ford tow trucks would be kind of pointless, wouldn't they? Because they would already be on a tow truck. But anyway, let's get this guy into the parking garage, and we will take one last look at our 6 new Chevy Square Body truck. Well, 5 new square bodies and 1 new Chevy C30 in the parking garage. So bear with me one second here. So we have our 86 Chevy K20 with a nice big lift kit on it. Our 86 Chevy K10 with a big lift kit on it. Our 76 GMC Sierra Desert Fox. Our 76 Chevy C10 Scottsdale Olympic Edition. I'm still so excited about that paint job, and the fact that that's like a special edition. I think that is super duper cool. Awesome truck. And then upstairs we do have our 73 K10 with the huge lift kit on it, looking awesome in black and gold. And next to that we do have the 69 Chevy C30 tow truck with the Golf Station paint job, ready to go pick somebody up. So that'll about do it for this video. We're coming up on 30 minutes almost here. So make sure if you enjoyed this one, leave a like, leave a comment, and hit the subscribe button. And I will see you in the next video.